This is a light language transmission for the spring-autumn equinox, 22nd of September. I'm recording it on the 23rd. It's just some light language has been coming through, and I've been very aware of some really big energies moving and clearing, especially yesterday. And this morning the light language is being pulled through, so I just thought that I would record it as a general offering. Here it comes. Isha saka chokopotisa chokopotisa tataka tataka totoposa taka tokotokroso tokochokopasaka tokotokosaka chokopotosa kochokopatasa katakatokotokopatika sotokotokopatika tokotokoto chisa taka potokipitaka tokoposa tokopotitaka pochokosa tapataka tokopachasa katopotokipitaka tokoposa tokochopataka tokoposka tokopotaka topoko Chisa taka tako topa taka tako tata tako pataka taka roko taka taka jupo so koto kipota taka koshko taka kipoto so koto jupo taka jupo taka ta. Chisa la kato koto paka taka taka koto toko pataka tiko posaka toko taka toko saka toko pataka toko toko saka ta. Chika taka koto taka pataka toko taka taka saka toko pataka toko toko pataka sa toko pataka toko pataka toko pataka ta. Tita taka poko toko soko toko soko toko 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 soko toko tiko soko toko pataka toko soko toko tiko soko toko pataka saka toko taka taka toko sa taka toko pataka. Tisa taka poto soko toko 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 taka toko 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 pataka so toko pataka so toko 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 soko toko pataka toko to. Tita taka toko to pataka taka toko pataka toko 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 pataka to. Katoko toko toko to soko to pitaka kaka toko koko toko koko toko pitaka toko soko to poko to hiku toko to tisa taka 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 to toko pitaka toko potoko potoko toko toko potoko tiko potoko pitaka toko toko sa toko pitaka toko so toko pitaka to tisa taka taka toko koko soko toko poko toko so toko potoko potoko pitiki toko potoko toko pitaka toko saka toko 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 Tisa taka toko toko pesa taka toko tasa tapataka taka taki koto toko oto kioto toko ataka otoko to oko ataka aka asoko o ataka po kota aka apoko ataka poko o isa taka bitka koko soko puto taka toko puto taka taka puto taka puto Chisa taka toko patata taka toko to so toko pataka toko so toko pataka taka toko pataka patata toko 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 tiko toko taka taka toko pataka taka tasa taka toko toko pataka taka toko to tisa taka poko taka toko poko tasa taka poko poko toko to poko sa taka pakata pakiti poko to taka pataka toko taka toko pataka to tika taka patika taka sa taka toko pataka sa toko pataka tasa toko pataka taka pataka kota ata ako poko o ataki po o taka po o itapaka tako o tabaka akaka sako o ti a toko o akato o isataka paka aka aputo o kata kaputo o taka aka toko o soko popo Isataka papaka toko koso kotoko juboko toko isataka bachika batasa katapoko toka sakataka bichuko poto toko pati pipi taka popo isatapaka toko jubasata kapati katatsa koto o tika apo taka po o isataka poto opakata potiko po okotipika akata apko o I aptoko oko chika opo o taka apko to poko po a That felt very much about the divine masculine. It felt like a healing, really, rather than activation for the divine masculine. I do mean specifically those in a masculine body, but I also do mean the masculine aspect, the divine masculine aspect of us all as well in our balance of masculine and feminine, and in those that are primarily divine masculine in a feminine body too. It felt very much about the third eye and clarity and seeing forward clearly, seeing things from a higher perspective, to then know the way, and so your actions are guided because you have a clear vision of the way coming from higher perspective. And I was seeing a lot of healing of the heart, so I feel there was a balancing coming in of the mental and the planning, the masculine aspects of logical and planning and that kind of thing, strategic, and balancing that with the heart, that inner knowing and the compassion and the good of all rather than the goal for the individual. So there was a lot of, I'm seeing like pastel pink, like unconditional love, heart healing. I'm also seeing it connected to the incoming souls, so the new star seeds being birthed on the planet, or the new life in any form. And the receptivity, so healing the receptivity to the feminine also, and to the feminine principles of nurturing and loving and compassion and creativity. Okay, here we go. There's a shift through the womb with that as well, and the sacral. I'm seeing pink roses. Inashaka sataka chikopoto sotoko chipita satoko putisa kokoto chikopoto koko sotopoto katakopoto. So I'm seeing the feminine power, but also the masculine power, but the power that comes through gentleness and compassion and oneness. The power of transformation that comes through that, and the power of creating the higher realities rather than things constructed through the mind of that don't have the full picture. They don't have the higher perspective. They have a narrow perspective based on what the mind can comprehend, and therefore cannot really take into account the highest good of all, or the needs of all. It can't be a comprehensive plan if it's just using the mind, or a comprehensive solution. And so it's that power of gentleness, love and receptivity that alters outcomes and ultimately heals humanity. Ishakakoto kotipakoto choksopoto chipata sokotoko toko tokoto sokoto pachikata sokoto toko chikoso tokoto patisa kata chokoso takapatakata chisakaka katoko poko o toko o toko sokoto o apitaka o kota sapatoko choposa katapakata isachaka patoko kokoto sokobitikata koko oto o sokoto poitoko opaka atoko positoko o okchipo kutupu isakapaka toko chuposo tokapaka o kotoro sotoko pataka chuposo koto pokoto ikakatoko o kotoko opita koto o koto opo o I akoto o soko o koto opitako o to I o to o ko cho optis o koto pokchoko o soko to potoko o I atoko o itika atoko soko chopoko o to sakataka toko o kotaka aka o soko toko o koto po o I akoto po o koto soko toko po soko choko to sakatoko choko po so toko chopotika toko sakataka potoko. I'm seeing also listening to your higher self, listening to your higher guidance, listening to your intuition. There is like we all have those voices of knowing, and a lot of us do not follow them or take them seriously. We were all taught to squash them down as children, and to exist in the real world with our mind. So it's helping you to unlearn that, so that you can live in the world with a higher perspective, trusting your knowing, trusting your heart. Ia koto oko opo otoko chiko opoto sokoto koto oko chiko koto biteka oko chikipo toko pitika chiko sokoto bokucho itoko sokobitika chiko staka chiko sokoto chiko koto sokoto chiko koto bitika koto koto bitaka skata chiko staka chiko skata kata koto isata koto bochika skata kobochika skata koko chiko oko toko oko tipiko otoko chiko toko taka koto ataka atkoto koto isaka tosu koto Takabuto Sakatabuko Okochiko Otto Sokobetaka Akatakabuto Sakatakabuto so Isachokotokopetaka Aktupo Okobetaka Abucho Sokatakobetika Atupki Tupokotika Bosokatabata Ichakasakobota Tapakatokobetaka Chikoboso Popokotoko Ichapokoto Pokotopoko Akchikoso Tokobetaka Potoko Opoko Icho Okoto Sopoko Opo Opatipoko Pokotopo Okopotokopoto Ipoko also called Lo Tokobetaka Chiposo Kataboko Opoko Okitopoko Otokitipoko Okotokobotaka Sotopoko Icha Sokoto Ichakaskopotoko Ipokotoko Chokoso Otopo I Ochoko Okotoko Potoko Chuposo Tokochuposo Tokotoko Tokopotaka Chokopotaka Oka Atoko Oskatapoko Ita sokoto kitkabata taka sokoto toko taka chikosa taka tuskoto potokoto tisa toko potipotoko otipukoto oka akachiko osa toko chikobo opata taka po oto opataka apotoko o I ako oka akachiko osa apaka chiko okotipo otoko okosoto I okopo ka akupo asapako opata patoko chokopti akotoba asakata Isataka pachikubo osataka pochuko osataka bataka chikubo osokotopoko potoki pokotoko sotopoko chukotopotaka ichoko okuchiko oko pachikubo toko pokachikubo osataka pachiko opata sakataboto ichosokotoko sakataka chibo sotoko chibo sotoko topotoko tipikatoko chikosotopotoko potaka potaka achaka askataka okotaka baka atkubo osataka bataka akatabaka potoko chibo sokotopo Ichoposata kapo atko aka apochuba akati aka opta kapa no kotopu nakapo. I'm getting a lot around about relationship between masculine and feminine, both within us and within individuals, within genders, and the yin yang, like bringing the unity of the yin yang and the place where they meet. It's like the boundary between the yin and the yang, like the boundary where they meet. Iko o optuko o paka chuko o kopatuko poko opoko tupoko o yoko isaka to o kotupiko otkobituka chuko sokatuko sakatuko spakatuko. Getting the white rose now and white butterfly. It's like purity, transforming into purity. White feathers, love, joy, peace, purity, and the white of the yin yang, so the yang. Ino kochokopo on no kochokopo kochokopo on tokochokopo okoto ichokotokopata tokom in onkopachakapo otoko ontokapa guntopo o inomokotubo otasakachopo atokopo andokopo o. Now the black of the yin yang. Oko anakopo aningomono kam anankopo chukomo nankombantikampotoko nomokondikampotoko namonkonjomono komanankimpotoko imonokombantikampotoko tantokopotoko omanangomonokomanankantomonokotoko basakatobokoto inomonganjipuragarakurukutakachukosakatapondukakapochukubandakantombokatakapochukubandakantombokatakapochukuposadapochukupopo. Healing of the black. It also feels like healing of anything related to black, any of the ideas of black being bad or being negative or or wrong or less than in any way or dense. So there's a clearing, a healing of the ideas and energies directed at black. Inoko ko sopo chukubo okchubo ko tokbit paka toko opko chuko sopataka chupo okchupataka topo toka tokbetaka topoto. Now the black and white superimposed. Oko toko betika toko optaka chupato opko chupataka toko okchubo a toko pataka ba akbo otopo popo. Ipokota sapoko topoko ako otopoka opataka ba a toko betaka apko tutu. Itakaposo tokopotoko sotakopotoko tokopotaka sotapaka apkapako topoko atapaka topoko opataka apata akapataka popo akapapaka opaka papa kato opaka apapaka ata asa apoko asapaka o a oko a apu a ko sopoko o isoko to opkoto opokoto poko sotoko isoto kopto o paka tupu supu. Okay, so that feels like there's been a harmonizing of opposites, a harmonizing within duality of the opposites, or with the vision being taken above duality for the full picture. And this feels especially new for the masculine component, whose focuses on a goal. Focuses on the parts of the picture that are relevant, but not the whole picture. So there's an overview of the whole picture coming from the higher perspective, and a harmonizing of all the opposite factors, so that there's no disparity in the solutions, allowing for a divine flow through all things. Therefore serving everybody as an extension of the divine. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I hope you enjoy that, and remember it is a healing, so there may be a detox period and you will need to drink water and rest, and you may like to listen to it a few times as it will go deeper with each layer. Take care.